do you understand politically what has happened over 5 months, where we've reached this point and fork in the road, and we've got nothing to show for it in political terms. Yet, the GST is no silver bullet. But you allowed this thing to dominate the first 5 months of the new government. You created an expectation of personal tax cuts, an expectation of company tax cuts. You created an expectation that Weatherall would get more money for education in South Australia, that Baird would get more money for health.
None of these things, Alan.
Hang on, that Baird would get more money for health in New South Wales.
No, I didn't.
You created the expectation we'd retire the debt. You created the expectation the vulnerable looked after, and then suddenly everything that's on the table falls off the table.
With great respect, that is absolute rubbish. I created none of those expectations. Let me tell you what the government did. Instead of just ruling things out for political reasons, if we wanted to do that, we could have done that last year. But we didn't do that. We said, we're going to work out whether this is the right thing to do for the country. And unlike others, what we did was we did the homework to see if it would be a good thing for jobs and growth in this country.
Well, no one knows what you're going to do.
And so, Alan, we found out not that we wouldn't do it, but we shouldn't do it. So, now, if you're suggesting that we should just go and put some hairy-chested reform in because we're looking for some medal, well, that's not what we're doing.
We've got about 30,000 bureaucrats down there to give you a hand. I mean, we don't know what you're going to do on new expenditure cuts. We don't know what you're going to do on tax. We don't know what you're going to do on superannuation. We don't know what you're going to do on penalty rates. We don't know what you're going to do on welfare. I mean, what do we know?
Well, you know
we're a couple of weeks out from a budget.
Well, we're 3 months out from a budget, Alan, and as I said, it comes out in May every year. There's no surprise there. We've made the point on innovation, and we've put $1 billion into supporting innovation. Now, I know you're not a fan of that, and you've made comments about that in the past, but I tell you what, we paid for it in my EFO. We continue to constrain welfare expenditure. I was the minister that saw the number of people on the disability support pension go down.
I've got to interrupt you because you've got to go, and I've got to go.